kinetic buildings are mainly flexible buildings that can recompose parts of their structure for various reasons, such as creating different uses of a space, responding to environment conditions, or for aesthetic purposes. Technically, the concept has been developed long back, represented by the bridges that can raise, allowing ships to pass, or the drawbridges in castles. Nowadays, mechanical developments have opened up new frontiers. Mechanisms could be represented on building facades, such as in Al Bahar Towers in Abu Dhabi, which has a responsive shading system inspired from the Mashrabiyah. It can also be represented in partial movement of the building structure, as has been represented in the design of Sharifa House in Tehran. The study aims to design a dynamic pavilion that can respond to the daily changes of the environmental factors. It should take in consideration the location of the project, which is Barcelona in this case. The pavilion should have a proper control on the sun shading pattern. It should also control wind ventilation within the designed space. It should achieve a comfortable outdoor environment with respect to the surroundings. It should achieve an energy efficient pavilion using sustainable materials. The project is proposed to take place in Plaza de Catalunya, Barcelona. It is located in the northeast of Spain. It's considered the second most populous municipality in Spain. Barcelona is one of the leading tourism destinations, considering that its airport handles more than 40 million passengers per year. Plaza de Catalunya is considered the center of the city, as well as the connecting point, in which the old city meets with the new city, as well as vital roads do pass by the square, which makes it a very popular space for both residents and tourists. As shown, Barcelona's temperature could go a couple degrees below zero. It could also go 30 degrees above, which means that in summer the temperature goes above the comfort zone, while in winter vice versa. When it comes to sky coverage, it ranges at 42%, which means that the sky tends to be closer to clear sky than cloudy sky. Average wind velocity is 3 meters per second. It is considered almost one directional, coming from the north. The concept of the design is inspired by the rib cage of the human. Its main purpose is to protect the vital organs in the human body, such as the lungs and the heart. During the breathing process, the cage contracts and tightens through exhaling and inhaling. The final concept relies on different movement strategies. The first strategy consists of twisting one side of the sphere in order to raise the semisphere panels to form a C-shell shape. The second movement strategy will give the ability to rotate the whole pavilion through a 360-degree base on the horizontal axis. CFRP is a strong material which is light in weight. It is used in the manufacturing of numerous products including airplanes. It is made of a complex design and rigid fibers that are bathed in epoxy and resin. It has a high strength to weight ratio, high fatigue strength, good corrosion resistance, and in addition, it is a recyclable material. In this part, we will go through a brief walkout over the design analysis conducted throughout this study. 3 scenarios were studied to conclude the best scenario to be used in each season of the year. The scenarios had the pavilion facing the east, west, and south respectively. Three scenarios were examined on each of the 3 different seasons: winter, spring, and summer. In winter, as the sky is partially or mostly covered and the temperature is below thermal comfort level, it was concluded that scenario 1 was most suitable, as it allows maximum daylight into the space, giving the maximum sun exposure and at the same time has a minimal reduction of temperature. Barcelona's spring has the same overall weather data, which means that they share the same requirements. The results again showed that scenario 1 was the most suitable option. Nevertheless, it has to be noted that ventilation results have favored scenario 3, and therefore it is recommended to rotate the pavilion to the south during windy days. Last but not least, during summer, it is preferred to use scenario 3 in order to achieve the highest reduction percentage of daylight exposure and solar gain, while it will achieve the highest reduction percentage of air temperature at the same time.